James stood frozen, watching something strange happen. His shadow was moving all on its own, even though he wasn't. It looked like it was dancing. "Am I seeing things?" James whispered, rubbing his eyes. But when he looked again, his shadow was standing on its tiptoes like a ballerina. James felt his heart race. He stepped back, but his shadow didn't follow him. Instead, it stretched out, growing longer and longer. People walked by without noticing anything strange, but James was sweating now. "What's going on?" he muttered. Suddenly, the shadow stopped and, incredibly, seemed to wink at him. James blinked in shock, and just like that, the shadow took off, zipping through the crowd. "Hey, come back!" James shouted, chasing after it. The shadow led him through streets and finally slipped into a dark, narrow alley. James hesitated, but he couldn't let it get away. He followed. At the end of the alley, there was a glowing door. His shadow stood beside it, motioning for him to come closer. James gulped but stepped forward and opened the door. Inside was a bright, colorful world that felt alive with magic. His shadow returned to him, and James heard it whisper secrets about this amazing new place. With excitement in his heart, James stepped into the strange world, ready for an adventure he'd never forget.